What's up everybody, this is Lyle with No Hippie Barbecue. What I'm going to be doing today is going to be a 3 cheese stuffed shell recipe. This recipe is in collaboration with Mike over at Everyday Barbecue. We decided to just come up with the pasta recipe and see who could rock this out the best. Anyway, I was talking with Mike on the phone. I know he's a barbecue channel, but you know what? He looks like he's kind of expanding his repertoire. So even if you're not into barbecue, run over to his channel, take a look and see what's up. Now, I'm going to leave a link to his channel in the iCard above and description below, as well as his recipe. As far as these stuffed shells go, this is going to be a pretty simple recipe. Let's kind of talk about the first step in this. The first thing we need to do is we need to go ahead and hook our stuffing up. All you vegetarian hippies out there, pedestrian hippie, this one is for you, and everybody else is not about that meat. Anyway, let's go ahead and start this recipe. First thing we need is 2 eggs. And I will have the recipe in the description, so run by there in case you're wanting to take a look at it. So we got our 2 eggs in. We have some ricotta cheese. I'm going to go ahead and throw that in as well. Some shredded mozzarella cheese, some grated Parmesan cheese, some salt. I love this pepper grinder right here. I just gave this away in one of my giveaways. If you're interested in something like this, run down to the description. This thing is awesome. As a matter of fact, I bought another one for my rock salt. Hit it with a little pepper. And I'll probably do a little of this pepper off camera because it takes a little while to get as much pepper in here as I want. So we'll hit that a little bit later. Now what I'd like to do is add some fresh basil, but it doesn't look like there's any fresh basil in season right now for some odd reason. So we're going to go ahead and use this basil paste. I think that's a great alternative if you can't find it. And this bottle is about 4 ounces. We're going to go ahead and add about, you know what, let's go ahead and add all 4 ounces. Can't go wrong with basil, right? Now we're just going to mix this up. As far as this pasta goes, I'm using jumbo shells. We're going to need about 24 of them for this recipe. I'm just going to cook those as per the directions on the box. Alright, so this is about mixed up as much as I want. I'm going to go ahead and throw this in the refrigerator, and I'm going to start on this pasta. Now I cooked this pasta per the directions on the box. I rinsed it off with cold water, which is something I typically don't do with pasta, but now I'm going to go ahead and lay it on a sheet pan just so they can get a little bit cooler. So when we're filling them, we're not really dealing with super hot pasta. Once I'm done with this, we're going to get over to the stove and we're going to make this white sauce that's going to go along with it. Now I am going to be using a white and a red sauce. The red sauce I'm using is just a homemade sauce that I threw together. You can go ahead and use whatever you'd like. You could buy a store brand. You can make your own. As a matter of fact, in the description below, I'm going to go ahead and leave a recipe to a marinara sauce recipe that I really like. Now the white sauce we're making is pretty simple. I already have my butter in the pan. We're going to go ahead and add our flour. We're going to incorporate this, let it cook for about 20-25 seconds. Now that it's cooked about 25 seconds, we're going to go ahead and add our milk in. Give that a good stir. And this is going to start thickening up here pretty quick. I'm going to go ahead and add my Parmesan cheese. Our salt. Our pepper. And I'm going for a little bit of nutmeg in this one as well. Just a little pinch of that. And we're going to go ahead and let this sit on the stove until it starts becoming thick. I want this to look where I want this to be almost the consistency of a nice gravy. Let's start stuffing these shells while this thickens up. Pasta shells are cooled off. We got our sauce thickening up. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of a layer of this marinara sauce that I have in the bottom of this casserole dish. Alright, got a little spoon. Now we're just going to go ahead and stuff it with this cheese mixture. And then we're just going to lay them seam side up in our casserole dish. Looks like I have a little bit more shells, the mixture. What I'm going to do, so I'm going to go ahead and finish up this last maybe one. And then I have my sauce over here cooling off, the white sauce. I have my red sauces ready to go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put those sauces in a squirt bottle for appearance reasons only. And when we add our sauce to the top before we throw them in the oven, hopefully it'll give it a little bit more of a better appearance than just dumping some sauce on top of it. So let's prep these to go in the oven. Now I have my marinara sauce. We're just going to kind of sprinkle it over the top. And the reason I'm doing this is I just don't want it to be, you know, just bathing in it. We're going to hit it with this white sauce. Now, like I said, oven, 350, 30 minutes. One thing I forgot, let's go ahead and hit it with a little bit more Parmesan cheese on top. Can't go wrong with that. As a matter of fact, I only have a little bit left, so might as well go ahead and use the rest of it on this, right? So these just came out of the oven. I'm gonna go ahead and let these cool down. Then we'll go ahead and plate up, taste them, see what's up. So this right here is a wrap. Nice, simple, easy recipe. Like I said earlier in the video, run by, check out Mike at Everyday Barbecue. Knocking out some good stuff, I'm telling you. Anyway, let's get into this, see what's up. Good stuff. Can't really tell the difference between having the basil paste and the basil in there, as far as I know. You know, before I take another bite, I want to thank you guys for stopping by No Hippie Barbecue. I appreciate it. Try this recipe out. Comment, subscribe. I'm out.